I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. Hey everybody, Mr. V here with another silly story. Yes, my name is Mr. V. V like that, Mr. V, or Vanek, if you want to say it the fancy way. Mr. Vanek, that's me. Mr. V, that's me. But I'm going to read you an awesome book today called Pete the Cat. And it's titled specifically, I Love My White Shoes. Because Pete writes a lot of books. He's a cat. He's got lots of books. But this one is about Pete and his white shoes. And we'll see. I think he loves his white shoes, but maybe something happens to him that changes his shoes. And we'll see if Pete gets mad about it, or we'll see if Pete just keeps singing his song and stays happy about it. But ready, I'm going to flip the screen over. We're going to see about this book, Pete the Cat. There it is. Pete the Cat. And it says, I love my white shoes. And there they are, his white shoes. Pretty big shoes for a kitty cat. But there he is, Pete. He's rocking those white shoes. And let's see what happens to him in this book. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of shoes hanging from the power lines right there. We got a pair of yellow shoes and red shoes and blue shoes and green shoes. We got a bird up there. I think that bird's on every page somewhere if we look close enough. And there's Pete hanging out under all those shoes. Let's see. That's just a picture, though. Let's read it. Pete the Cat. I love my white shoes. And there he is, walking down the sidewalk. Walk, walk, walk. All right, whoa, Pete, looking great, man. Looking great, rocking those shoes. So here we go. Pete the Cat was walking down the street. Walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. Wow, man, those are some nice shoes. And Pete, he didn't like. Pete loved his white shoes so much that he sang this song. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my my white shoes. He loves his white shoes, and that's what it says over here. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. And he's singing it. I love my white shoes. Yeah, he likes his white shoes. I think he really likes those shoes a lot. Maybe you could say they're his favorite shoes. Oh no, Pete! Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of strawberries. You got your white shoes, man. You stepped in the red strawberries. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Pete stepped in the strawberries. The bird's like, Pete, are your white shoes okay? Uh-oh. What color do you think Pete's shoes turned? Yeah, they turned red. Oh, his brand new white shoes that he had. His white shoes he was singing about, they were white. They turned red when he stepped in the pile of strawberries. Oh, I bet Pete was mad. Oh, but did Pete cry? No, goodness, no, Pete didn't cry. Pete kept walking along, singing his song, because everything was still cool. Everything was still good with Pete. And this time, though, he was singing, I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. I love my, my red shoes. Yeah, he loves those red shoes, even though they were white. They turned red when he stepped in those strawberries. But now he's singing, I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. I think he doesn't mind that his white shoes turn red. Well, let's find out what happens next. He's loving those red shoes right now. Oh large pile of blueberries. Oh, what color do you think his red shoes turned? Yeah, they turned blue. B-L-U-E, blue. Blue, his red shoes turned blue. Oh, man, you gotta tie that blue shoe, buddy. You gotta tie that shoe. But do you think Pete was mad? He loved those red shoes. He was singing a song, and now they're blue. Do you think Pete was mad? Goodness, no, Pete wasn't mad. He kept walking along, singing this new awesome song. I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. Oh, yeah. Thanks for keeping me dry, Pete. It's raining. Pete's keeping them dry with his blue shoes. They're under an umbrella, which is making the rain go off, keeping him and his birdie friend dry. Thanks, Pete. Thanks to you and your blue shoes, we are staying dry today. It's raining, but it's still a good day. Oh, no! Oh, no! Pete stepped in a large pile of mud. Ah, your blue shoes got all muddy. What color did those blue shoes turn? Yeah, they turned brown. Look at those brown big kitty shoes. Those brown shoes. The shoes that were blue just turned brown. The shoes that were white turned red. The shoes that were red turned blue. The shoes that were blue turned brown now. Aye. Did Pete cry? No, goodness, no, Pete didn't cry. He kept walking along, singing his groovy song. I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes. I love my, yeah, my brown shoes. He wasn't mad. Even though his shoes got all dirty, he's fine. He's like, life is still good. I'm happy. I'm drinking this cup of coffee or juice, whatever Pete drinks. Brown milk, I don't know. He's drinking it. His shoes turned brown. They were other colors. They were white. He was so happy. He's still happy. You can't make Pete sad. Life is good. Oh, no! Pete stepped in a large bucket of water. And all of the brown, and all of the blue, and all of the red were washed away. Wash, 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 wash. Wash, wash, wash. All the colors, brown, blue, red, were washed away. So now, what color are Pete's shoes again? Yeah, his shoes are back to being white, squeaky clean. Woo, Pete's all wet too, and so are his shoes. So now his shoes are white, but they're wet. Oh man, wet shoes. But did Pete cry? Goodness, no, he didn't cry. He didn't cry. He kept walking along, singing his rock and roll song. What was it now? I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. Yeah. So the point of the story, oh, he's got all his shoes on now. The point of the story is no matter what you step in, no matter what happens to you, you keep walking along, singing your song, because life is good. It's all good. At the end of the day, no matter what you got on your shoes, life is still good. And that's the end of that book. Pete the Cat, this version was, I love my white shoes. There's Pete loving his white shoes. What happened to those white shoes? Let's just review real quick. Those white shoes, he was loving me like I love my white shoes. Walking around in these brand new white shoes. I love my white shoes. Strumming the guitar. I love my white shoes. I heart my white shoes. And then what did he step in? What was that? Strawberries. Oh no. And they turned his shoes red. So his shoes went from being white, brand new white shoes, to now he had red shoes because he stepped in a pile of strawberries. But he was cool. Everything was cool. He's still singing his song, but now it's I love my red shoes. Oh, I love my red shoes. He loved them so much, even though they had changed. Oh no, then what happened? He stepped in blueberries? What? Blueberries? Blueberries? That turned his shoes blue. They went from being, what were they? They were red. Before that, they were white. He stepped in strawberries, and now he's stepping in blueberries. You gotta stop stepping in stuff, Pete. Stepping in blueberries. But you know what? He wasn't mad. Even though he stepped in all that stuff, he's like, I'm good. I'm a cat. I'm awesome. And my shoes are blue now. And then what happened? He stepped in some mud. He was still singing his song with brown shoes now. I love my brown shoes. Ooh, yeah, I love my brown shoes. I'm still happy. And then he washed his shoes off. They turned, what did they turn back to? They turned back to white, but they were wet. And I don't really like wet shoes. Looks like Pete doesn't like wet shoes much either. But you know what? He kept walking around singing his song, I love my wet shoes. And life was still good, even though his shoes were all wet. So remember, the point of the story was, you know, even if life gets crazy sometimes, you step in some stuff you don't want to step in. At the end of the day, it's all good, and you're learning from it. Maybe if I like white shoes, I'm not going to step in blue stuff. So that was our story today. Pete the cat. What a fun guy. He's got lots of books. Pete writes lots of books. But today, they were about his shoes, and they were about being happy, no matter what happens to you. You know, sometimes you feel sad. For a while, you feel sad. But you can keep feeling sad, or you can get over it. Like, yeah, that happened. I'm not happy my toy got taken away, but there's another toy over here. Or maybe I could go play with my friend over here. Life is still good. And yeah, you can be happy. You can try and make other people around you happy also. That even makes you happy. If I make my friend smile, it makes me smile. So if you keep walking along, singing your song, no matter what happens, dust that off your shoulder, life might be more fun. So that's why I do keep trying to smile. Even sometimes you want to be mad, like, I'm going to try and smile. Oh, I'm having fun again. Life is still good. And that's the point of this story. So I hope y'all enjoy this story. And another one coming at you soon. So Mr. V is out. Have a good day, everybody. Ciao.